from an 11.81 second 100 meter in 2009 to becoming South Africa's first and only woman to run the 100 meters in under 11 seconds in 2018. Welcome on the show today, an Olympic finals prospect, our very own Carina Horn. Carina, welcome to the space.
Lovely away, great start by Cherise Jones in late through, but also Carina Horn now picking up, and Carina Horn is running away with us. She's going to make this easily, she's going to go flat out for the line. 11.05! 11.03! One of the fastest times ever by a South African woman right here in the semi-finals.
I haven't been training for around 3 weeks because I fell on my back.
Hey, nah, what did you do?
Yeah, so it was hailing. So I was busy training. So I wanted to get in because my brother also made me weight bars and the bars I have and whatever. So I made my own session that I can work with. So I wanted to get it inside the house before the storm comes, and it started to hail. So running up and down, I slipped on the stoop and I fell on my back. So, but before that, I'm starting. I had a session this morning again, but before that as well, I get up. It's not what it's I'm used to. There's no gym, and gym is part of my everyday training. You don't have the distance. You don't have the track. So it's basically, in a way, I see it. I'm doing the training actually that I need, like stability and core. It's something that I won't have done in the past, and it's maybe what I've needed.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it in a positive way as well. It's frustrating to train like this, because you know what you need as an athlete, but in the positive way, I also see it as I'm actually doing the small trainings that actually is going to make me faster. What I actually do need, what I'm not going to do if I have a job.
Are you in touch with your coach at all? Are you in touch with other athletes to kind of see how they are approaching this time as well?
Not really with athletes in training, not really, because I don't want to, like, even if I see on Instagram, like, people in America, they can train on the track, so then I get angry, so because they can train, and so how fair is it going to be, because some people are allowed on tracks, some people have everything, and we're still sitting here, can't do anything, so yeah, it's not a nice feeling.
Has Athletics South Africa been in touch with you guys individually or as a group to say, listen, we understand the difficulties, but here's the national plan moving forward?
No.
Nothing?
Not with me. I had no contact with anybody, so I'm just focusing on myself, and that's it. If they eventually have plans, then I will see how it fits into my schedule.
Our guest today, Carina Horn's world came to somewhat of an abrupt halt when she was provisionally suspended by World Athletics last year on a doping charge for the use of prohibited substances. Subsequent to this, she also learned that the World Athletics Integrity Unit wanted a second sample to be tested in Lausanne, Switzerland. And that pretty much is, Carina, where the media left the story around you. Firstly, with everything that you're going through now, as you said, mentally just staying on edge and staying in the game, as it were, how has this affected you?
That absolutely broke me. Emotionally, it was heartbreaking. It's a feeling you can't explain. When I got the call, it was like, it's not possible. I remember the message I've sent my coach. I was like, I got a call like this. He swore. And it's like, how is that possible? And so the feeling inside, it's unexplainable. It literally, emotionally broke me.
So where is this case now? Because like I said, the last sort of reportage that was in the space around you was that another test needs to happen. Where is the story sitting now?
Yeah, so what happened is I have a US lawyer. So the supplements that you write on when they come to the house to test you, the first step is to send that to the lab to see if there's something wrong. Which I haven't mentioned as well is because I came back straight from Europe from a meeting, because I only had several visa days left, and I wanted to be with my coach before the World Champs. So to have been able to do that, I had to fly back from Switzerland because we only figured it out there, and flew straight to South Africa. So in this time I came back to South Africa, I left all my supplements that I know have been right 4 years is in Austria. So I went to a shop in Mainland. I can't say the names yet as everything is not
Sure.
official yet. But it was a normal shop in Mainland, and then I've been using that, and so the supplements was found in a normal pre-workout which only stipulated it is high in caffeine, and one of the supplements that I've been tested positive for has been found in the pre-workout. We're still waiting for the other supplement to be 4 supplements to be tested in Lausanne. It's a big mess because I had to drive to Bloemfontein, and then the IAU wasn't happy because they didn't have the right test to test it. So I had to go to Lausanne. So now we're still waiting. They found the other supplement as well. So the one supplement, we're waiting for the other one. And then the lockdown happened, so everything is
Sure.
on hold. But yeah, so far it's looking very good towards my side, as the supplement, even the one that was really high, was found in a normal pre-workout which only said caffeine. So for this standing, I'm feeling it will be okay.
Do you have a sense of time frames in terms of how this thing resolves itself? From World Athletics point of view, what's the next step now in terms of them communicating with you? Do you even know that?
Like I said, like my case have been handled totally different than other cases. I've been talking to former Olympians who has gold medals, and everybody can see my case has been handling on a different level. As even when I had to request my B sample with a representative, they only replied to me several days later and say they've already opened my B sample, which is not allowed. So yeah, the communication towards me with this case hasn't been very well. I only had up until this date only an investigator which called me on, I think it was the 13th of September, and that's it. I had no communication.
No emails, no nothing.
No emails from no one.
Yo.
Only my lawyer.
So okay, so Carina, I think final question on this issue.
Yeah.
Is procedures are taking place. You're doing what you need to do to comply. But at the end of it all, when you look back now at these last few months and what's been happening, how do you make sense of it? What's going on in your head in terms of, hey, what's happening here?
That's a very difficult situation as well. One day it's like just feel like giving up, just leave everything, because at the end of the day, they just, I think, also prolong it because they get money. So my first test was $10,000. The lawyer asked 20,000 US only deposit. So it's a lot of money. So,
and that's money coming from your pocket, out of your account.
From my account, yes. So the longer they take, the worse it for me. And unfortunately, the people from the AIU, they don't care about people that's been tested positive, whether you are guilty or not. So you're like being handled like a criminal, so it doesn't make you feel well, even though you know you're not guilty. And so in my mind, emotions, it's been tough. And like my lawyer said as well, all we can do is wait. We don't want to put pressure on them and say we want to test, do the test now, we want to test in 1 week, because they will just throw it out. That's what he said. So if you put pressure on them, they just throw it out and say we don't find it, take 4 years. So it's difficult. I don't know how to handle it. So you want to do something, but you can't do something. You can't put pressure on them, so you have to wait for them to finish the test, whether it's going to take 1 month or 1 year. But luckily, after a few months, they've started with my test, so it's just a wait now for the lockdown. The lab closed, so it's just a wait.
I have to ask once again, has there been communication, even if it's just somebody picking up the phone to say, hey, what's your side of the story? How can we support from any of the sporting bodies in South Africa?
No.
No SMS, no WhatsApp, no nothing.
No. And I have sent several emails towards people, but I don't even get a reply. So yeah, that from that side as well, it's hard because it's like, where are you? Like, you just, from my side, it was just, okay, they've only seen what's been said on the media
About you, yeah.
about me without speaking to me. So yeah, no one actually knows the whole story, because they just saw an investigator posted something on Twitter, and I think 2 days later it was on the live news at 7 o'clock at night, and the Facebook, everything went full. The comments I got from people that I I don't even know. It's hard. It was hard to read some of the stuff, so I stopped reading it because it makes you mad. Like, people don't even know you. But what I've realized is, I've been this morning with a former Springbok as well, so it's people that have also achieved something in life, and it's not the people that's going to judge you. It's always the people that just have nothing to do that will say something bad. So I'm trying, and I'm still learning. I got better at it, just to not take it from who it comes from.
To get to the Olympic Games, the final in the 100 meters, you have to run under 11 seconds. Right now, our best chance of doing it is the woman coming through the line there. Carina Horn is the SA record holder.
Where were you on the day that the announcement came out that the Olympics is not going to happen in 2020?
I was at home.
And what did that do to you when that announcement came through?
It kind of actually, like, I'm actually see it in a funny way. It's like, it's not the coronavirus, it's the Carina virus, because I wouldn't have been able to go to the Olympics because of my case that's being delayed.
Yeah.
Before the lockdown already, they just take their time. So it was a relief for me, actually, because 2020 the Olympics is one of my dreams, and I've missed out on the World Champs, and I knew I would have been in the final. And it's something I've been working towards, and we failed at every World Champs. I've beaten the girls that gets in the final, but every time at the World Champs, I'm failing to get through to the final. So I knew that 2019, with every race, it was consistent. So I knew it was going to happen. And yeah, with my last race, my last two races as well, it got faster and faster. So I was the whole season since I've started on 11.1, and even like not a lot of people knew. Before I started, I had to cancel my first 3 races as well because of an injury. So my season didn't start when I wanted to start it. Then I've raced 2 or 3 races. Then I got sick in Europe. I went to hospital. Like, I couldn't eat for 2 weeks, and yeah, still after everything, when I went back. Got back into training, went to racing again, it still stayed consistent. 11.1s, 11.0s. So I knew something is going to happen. I just had to be patient. And then this happened.
Well, would you find it weird to, if it happens next year, to be competing in an empty stadium, perhaps in Tokyo?
Well, I guess it's not going to be a surprise if that happens. At the moment, I didn't really have any expectations to be there or not to be there, and how it's going to be like. It's going to be a full stadium or not a full stadium. I have no idea. I think it's just better for me to, emotionally as well, just to focus on me and my level of performance and where I'm at and my shape.
Now, just take your average calendar across a year and sketch the scenario for us, because at some point sport is going to come out of lockdown.
Yeah.
in order for you, specifically you, not looking at other athletes, but in order for Carina Horn to be in prime condition next year when the Olympics does take place, when do things need to sort of come out of lockdown? Where do you need to be competing? Over what period do you or would you be able to get yourself in that prime condition, prime position?
Well, for me, should have stopped lockdown yesterday already then. But I know I can be ready in 3 months. I can be in shape. But the thing is, when I had that 3 months to be in shape, I only had 1 month break, and before that 1 month, I was still in shape. So now it's been almost 2 months, and for me, I don't know in what shape I am, and so it's gonna be difficult. So for me, in my mindset, I want to be back on the track at least in July. I can work until then I'll be okay. It depends where I'm at emotionally as well, because normally I use the indoor season as well to see where my shape is and what I need. We usually take that to see for the outdoor season what is important. So there's still a few things that I'm unsure about, but yeah, at least I would say at least 6 months until January, February, and then I'll take it from there and see. But yeah, if it's longer than, if it's August, September, there can't be even in a season. So I think all the athletes, not only me, would feel the same as like you have an Olympic year next year, but you didn't have a season this year. So no one's gonna know where they're at actually, and that's actually not a good thing.
Or you specifically, are you surviving financially? Are you cool? Is it because of support from family? Because between the two of us, I still have a little radio job which pays some of my bills. But if sport doesn't come back here by August, September, ek is in my moeren. It's just, how are you guys dealing with it?
No, I think everybody's feeling the same because although you have a basic income from your sponsor, like let's say Nike, but you're still dependent on your race money, your parents' fee, your bonuses, all those kind of things. So, and I only get paid, you get paid your basic twice a year, so you get paid up front 6 months, 6 months. So mine is supposed to be happening at the end of May. I don't know if it's gonna happen, so yeah. I don't know.